Welcome to Vienna. We got in last night. We just took a train down from Prague. Love Europe's transportation system, especially the trains. Super easy. Now we're here, ready to explore.
Yep, we're gonna go check out a cafe and maybe grab pastry or something for breakfast and some coffee and then explore the city.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go. We're outside St. Stephen's Cathedral at Schoenbrunn. We walked here this morning from where we're staying and we got some pastries and some coffee and just sat outside the cathedral and enjoyed the outside before heading in to check it out. It is absolutely gorgeous. It's Gothic style. Just the intricate detail on the inside and outside is ridiculous. We definitely recommend visiting it. And you can go inside. In some areas inside are free, so you can walk around the left side of the cathedral for free and you can see a bunch of the artwork in there and you can see a bunch of the architectural detail that's beautiful. And then for $7 you can go actually into the nave area up near the altar and the catacombs underneath. So we definitely recommend checking this out.
We went into the gourmet grocery store, Julius Meinl, where we found Skippy peanut butter out of all things. Then we went into the famous pastry shop and chocolatier, Demel.
€98 for a box of chocolates. Let's let that set in. This is a satrapate. This was invented in Austria for its prince. It's a well-known dessert, and we're going to try it from that fancy little chocolate shop, and it was not €90, so...
It was only €4.
It was only 4, so I allowed it. Why? Chocolate with like, I don't know if it's fruit. I'm really good at this. It's like a fruity inside or finish to it. We're gonna have to look this up and see what it actually is. But it's very moist. I'll give them that. Very good.
We had to take a quick pause because the church bells started chiming for noon. We did cheat, look it up, and it is chocolate and apricot jam. So that's what the other flavor is in here. Definitely recommend going into Demel, and you can find stuff that's not super expensive, like this little side of clothes, only €4. So they do have some affordable things along with their like $90 or €90 boxes of chocolate. Just going to pause here real quick. You might notice we each have an earbud in during this video. We're listening to Rick Steves' free walking tour of Vienna. You can download the tours to your phone so you don't even need the internet to listen. The walking tour is a great way to get your bearings around the city. We definitely recommend checking out this app.
So we're standing in the middle of Mikeller Platz, huge roundabout here, right about the, what is it, the
Hofburg Palace.
Hofburg
It's
Palace.
literally H-O-F-B-U.
I keep wanting to say Hofbräu House, like the beer garden. Hofburg Palace. Right in the middle of randomly is actually, they have excavated some ancient Roman residential housings dating back to the 4th and 5th century. Kind of cool, just in the middle of all this busyness. But beautiful area, so we're going to check the rest out. Hofburg Palace was the principal imperial palace of the Habsburg dynasty in Austria. It's one of the biggest palace complexes in the world. Today, the palace houses the Sissi Museum, the Spanish Writing School, and the Imperial Treasury and Crown Jewels.
So they have these cool water fountains all around the city that pump in natural spring water from the mountains, and you can just refill your water bottle under them, and the water is nice and cool, and it's totally awesome, and I love it, so you don't have to keep buying water when you're walking around on a super hot day. We headed over to Maria Theresienplatz, which has the Natural History Museum and Fine Arts Museum. Then we decided to find a place for lunch.
We stopped here at Tresnewski to grab some of these individual sandwiches we passed during our tour, and they look delicious. We got everything from smoked salmon to some herring, this ham, smoked truffle and ham, a little bit of everything in between, and a beer to go with it. Let's see how this tastes.
After lunch, we met up with some friends and wandered around the city for a few hours. We had dinner at Nenny, which overlooked an amusement park. Then we rented some bikes to get some ice cream. On the way back to the apartment, we decided to ride our bikes along the river.
Last day in Vienna. We're headed to a cafe that's in a super old building, and then we're going to go check out the Schoenbrunn Palace, I believe.
Yep, we're excited. We're here on the grounds of Schoenbrunn Palace, and we made the mistake of not realizing that we should have booked tickets to go inside ahead of time. So the only times available were actually in the evening, and we are leaving Vienna today on a train just after 2. So that wasn't going to work out for us. So we are walking around the grounds, and there's tons of garden areas and stuff, and just checking everything out to see what it looks like.
See what we can get in without a ticket.
Yes.
But
That's what we get for not planning ahead. We're notoriously bad at planning ahead.
this is the one time we've run into this city, though. It needed to be a timed ticket. Otherwise, everything else has been easy to get into.
Yeah.
So this is the place to be. In case you didn't know, we found out that it's actually a summer house of some past emperors and rich people, essentially. Quite the small summer house. It has over 1,400 rooms in it. So just something to consider. I think the inside would be pretty cool to tour, and there's some gardens you can't get into that I think would be nice. So yeah. Check it out.
So don't be like us and properly plan ahead.
Behind me here is the centerpiece for the Crown Prince Gardens. It's Neptune and his entourage, and it's the biggest fountain at the palace here.
We walked up to the top of the fountain where we got a great view of the palace. Then we took the path up to the Gloriette. During the 19th century, the glazed inner hall was used as a dining room for the imperial family. We were pleasantly surprised with how much we could see without a ticket. After exploring the palace grounds, we headed back to central Vienna, where we grabbed some lunch before catching the train to the next city on our trip. Please like and subscribe to follow along on the next part of our adventures.